Ever wondered why we fear? What purpose does it serve in our lives? Fear, a primal instinct, evolved to protect us from danger. Yet in our modern world, fear often becomes a monstrous foe, stifling our growth and potential. It can hinder us, trap us, and whisper doubts into our ears. It can turn dreams into nightmares and opportunities into obstacles. But what if we could transform this beast? Can we turn this foe into a friend? Can we overcome our fears? Tip 1. Acknowledge your fear. It's there, and it's real. Fear isn't an illusion to be dismissed or a weakness to be ashamed of. It's a part of our human nature, a survival mechanism. It's crucial to recognize and accept that fear exists within you. Ignoring or denying it only gives it more power, more control. Acceptance is the first step towards overcoming. It's a sign of strength, not weakness. It's only when we acknowledge our fears that we can begin to tackle them. Tip 2. Understand your fear. Picture fear as a puzzle. To solve it, you need to understand what it's made of. Each fear has a root, a cause that sprouted it. Maybe it's a past trauma, a deep-seated insecurity, or an imagined catastrophe. Identifying this root is key to addressing your fear effectively. It's like flipping on a light in a dark room. Suddenly the monsters aren't so monstrous. When we understand our fears, they lose some of their power. Tip 3. Use visualization. Harness the power of your mind to envision yourself conquering your fears. Picture yourself in the situation that scares you, but this time imagine it differently. You're confident, in control, and above all, fearless. The brain often struggles to differentiate between real and imagined scenarios. So, by visualizing success, we can trick our minds into believing we've already overcome our fears. And remember, if you can see it, you can be it. Tip 4. Use positive affirmations. Let's journey into the power of words. Words that we speak to ourselves in the solitude of our minds can shape our reality. These are positive affirmations, acting as buoyant lifelines in the turbulent sea of fear. They help us rewrite the narrative, transforming "I can't" to "I can," "I'm scared" to "I'm brave." By consciously choosing optimism, we tilt the scales in our favor. The power to change our mindset about fear lies within us. What we tell ourselves matters. Tip 5. Embrace the worst-case scenario. Fear thrives on uncertainty, so let's strip it of that power. Consider what could happen if your fear were realized. Picture it, dissect it, understand it. Often we'll find that the worst-case scenario we fear is not as catastrophic as our mind makes it out to be. It's a shadow, magnified by our own doubts. Once you accept and understand this, your fear begins to lose its grip. Sometimes the worst-case scenario isn't as terrifying as we imagine. Tip 6. Practice exposure. Think of fear as a bully. The more you avoid it, the more it intimidates you. But when you gradually expose yourself to your fear, its power begins to fade. Start with small steps and gradually increase your exposure. It's like dipping your toes in cold water before diving in. This process can be challenging, but remember, courage isn't about not feeling fear. It's about facing it head-on. The more you face your fear, the less power it holds over you. Tip 7. Seek support. We often bear the weight of our fears alone, but remember, strength also lies in unity. Whether it's a loved one, a trusted confidant, or a professional counselor, reaching out to others can provide a fresh perspective, an empathetic ear, and a guiding hand through the fog of fear. Don't be afraid to lean on others for support, for it's in our shared human experiences that we find solace and strength. You don't have to face your fears alone. Tip 8. Stay healthy. Our physical health often mirrors our mental and emotional state. When we nourish our bodies with balanced meals and regular exercise, we're not just building physical strength, we're also creating a foundation for mental resilience. Exercise releases endorphins, the body's natural mood lifters, helping to reduce stress and anxiety. Nutritious food fuels the brain, promoting clear thinking and emotional balance. So remember to keep your body healthy. A healthy body can foster a healthy mind. Tip 9. Practice mindfulness. This simple yet powerful tool can help manage fear. Mindfulness anchors us in the present, allowing us to separate ourselves from past regrets and future anxieties. It's about tuning into our senses, our breath, our surroundings. It's about becoming an observer of our thoughts, not a victim. This observation can reveal that fear is often just a mental construct, not a current reality. By practicing mindfulness, we can keep our fears in check. Remember, in the present moment, most of our fears don't exist. Tip 10. Celebrate success. it's crucial to recognize and savor victories, no matter how minuscule they may seem. Each triumph is a stepping stone on your journey to conquer fear. It's like building a brick wall. Each brick, each achievement, however small, strengthens your wall of self-confidence, making it more impenetrable against fear. Celebrate each brick, each victory, because they are your testament to resilience and courage. Remember, every step forward, no matter how small, is a victory against your fear. So, these are the 10 tips to help you conquer your fears. Let's take a moment to recap. We've talked about acknowledging your fear, understanding its roots, and the power of visualizing success. We've also delved into the positivity of affirmations, embracing the worst-case scenario, and the courage found in exposure. We've underscored the strength in seeking support, the importance of staying healthy, and the peace that comes from mindfulness. Lastly, we celebrated every step forward, every success. Overcoming fear is not about reaching a destination, it's about embarking on a journey. Your journey. It's about continually growing, learning, and becoming stronger each day. Everyone's path looks different, and that's okay. It's not about comparison, but about personal evolution. Remember, the biggest opponent is yourself. Start your journey to overcome your fears today. You are stronger than you think. And that strength will illuminate your path, guiding you from fear to resilience, from doubt to certainty, from darkness to light.